in this lecture, we are going to log in user into dashboard. So if admin log in, that is through the login form, that admin is going into admin dashboard. If user login, user is going into user login, user dashboard. Likewise, the admin will go to admin dashboard. All right. So for we to do that, this button is when we click on it, it will take the record and check if it is correct. If it is not correct, then we will now go directly into the data. If it is not correct, it will show us an error. So let's double click on this button. All right. So now inside here, we are going to add the login details. All right. So for we to do that, first of all, we have to get information from the text fields. That is these text fields. We have to get information from them. So let's get the information into string. So we'll create a string variable. We'll say username is equals to txt username, that is the name of the text input. Then we can say dot get text. So we add another one for the password. So string password is equals to, this time around is a password, so this is the best way you can do it. So we say new string, then we'll now put txt password dot get password, then we put semicolon at the end. So now this is how we can get them. We have string for username, for password, then txt.get text, then new string for password, which is txt.get password. All right. So that's it. Now next we are going to try. We are going to use try and catch to see whether we can log in. So try. Inside the try this time around, we are going to put a round bracket. We'll call a connection. So first, before we go to that, we are going to import a library, SQL library. So we can say import SQL dot, sorry, we have to start with Java dot SQL dot asterisk, that is star. So when you do this, you are now saying all the Java, all the SQL classes are going to be imported. So the first class we are going to use here is connection. So we can say connection, then we'll create an object out of that connection is equals to connection. So which is equals to SQLite connection. That is this file, this particular file here. So that is what we are calling. So SQLite connection dot get connection. All right. So just put this. Then next, we are going to open curly brace and close it. So what we did there is SQLite connection. Then this is a method inside the SQLite connection, which is get connection. You remember we create this method, that is get connection method. This method here, you can see it here, get connection. So we are trying to make connection now. That is what we did at this place. All right. So now we are going to add the cache. The exception, we are only expecting SQL exception. So inside this, we have to give space here. All right. So you can say e dot print start trace. So if there's any error, it will print everything for us. So now let's focus on the try. So the try, now we are going to put the connection into string. That is the connection statement. So string, we are going to add a query is equals to select all from users. The name of our table is users. All right. So select all from users where alright, so this is it. String, the name of the variable, you can give any name. Here I call my own query. Select all from users where username is this and password is this. That is the fields inside our table, that is in the database, these fields. Alright, so now we have to put also another everything inside try. So inside the try of this particular one, we are also, before this we have to just put everything inside this round bracket. So we are now going to put prepared statement. We'll call it statement. Is equals to connection dot prefer statement. Then what statement we are going to prepare? This query statement. So prepare statement, you can call it any name. My own, I'm calling it statement. All right, then connection dot prepare statement, then query, that is this statement. All right, so now if everything now went well, we will now continue with the statement. We are going to link these variables with this statement. All right, so we'll say statements dot set string 1, the first statement 1, then what string? We are going to set username string. All right, we'll do for the password also. This time around is 2, then we'll put password semicolon. All right, so that is this. And lastly, after this, we'll now call a result set. That is, when we got the result, we are going to store it inside this result set variable. You can call it any name. Is equals to statements dot execute query. All right, then hit enter. So now here we can see we have one little error that we need to fix. Okay, all right, this is not serious error. We have created the variable here, so we have to give a content. So here we need to put equal sign. All right, that is all. So that is for this. So now next we are going to check if we get everything correct. So open this if statement, then we'll say result set, that is this result that we get. So result set dot next. Okay, so that is for the if. Now we have to, let's close the else as well. So for the else, let's print something out. We can say system dot out dot print ln, then inside we can say username or password incorrect. All right, so this is what to do. System dot out dot print username or password incorrect. That means if this result, we do not get any result. So if we get the result, now we are going to check to see the role, whether it's admin or user. So for we to do that, let's get the role that we fetch inside this result. So let's say string role is equals to result set dot get string. What string? That means the one that is inside role. Alright, so we say the string role result set dot get string role. That means the role that we got from the users table. So we'll now check the role and determine whether it's admin or user. So if alright, so now we'll do this. If role is equals to admin, that means whatever is inside the role is admin. We are checking this. If the role is admin, so what will happen is it will say system.out.print login admin login. That means admin has logged in. So else if we use else if role dot equal if role dot equals user, what will happen? We'll say system dot out dot println we'll say user logged in, then we'll put semicolon at the end. Alright, so now this is cool. Alright, so now let's test it out and see. So click on run to run the project. So let's test. We will see the result at this place, this particular place. Alright, so let's start with admin. Then the password is password. Alright, so admin, then password. Alright, so you can see connected to SQLite database here, then admin logged in. This is awesome. Let's also run it again to log in as user. So you can say user, then the password, then say login. You can see connected to SQLite database, then user login. This is very perfect. Let's now try with wrong information. So you can say ASDF, then the password 1234 login. So this time around you can see connected to SQL database, username or password incorrect. Alright, so this is how we can do it. So in the next video we will now create admin dashboard and user dashboard. Alright, then after we do that, then we'll continue from there. See you in the next video.